Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okay dokie. Okie dokie. Yes. I am back once again with another YouTube video on the platform of YouTube. Hello, yes, YouTube. I am Scrub the Tarnished. I am a somewhat new Elden Ring invader. I've been doing this for almost a year. I really haven't been keeping track of time of when I started my invasion journey, so I really have no idea how long I've been doing this. But nonetheless, I'm Elden Ring is my first Souls game, so obviously this is my introduction to invading in Souls games. And as what's the word I'm looking for? I held my breath trying to figure out what word I wanted to use, and I almost passed out because I was holding my breath for too long. I used to smoke like half a pack of cigarettes a day when I was younger, so my stamina when it comes to my lungs is not the best. But the journey of being an Elden Ring invader, yes, it's gruesome, not only in the game but also to my mentality as well. I guess we'll use that word gruesome. So I'm only in the past I've done like 4 videos of each build showcase. So with this one I'm only gonna do 2. One because I don't like invading at level 168. People get deleted too quickly, especially with this build, which is a good time to introduce our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Waves of Darkness. Waves of Darkness. Get sent back to oblivion, loser. This video is sponsored by Waves of Darkness. Get sent back to oblivion, loser. Yeah, no, so with a build like this is a level 168 intelligence build with 60 vigor, 65 intelligence, I believe, and then the rest allocated towards stamina, mind, and whatever else. A lot of these fights can go either really quickly or they drag on a lot depending on what weapon you're using. This video is definitely a homage to the Waves of Darkness Ash of War. It just absolutely deletes people, and so that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm kind of getting bored of meta level invasions or anything at 168 and above, is because there's just L2 spammers, there's caster spammers, really unfair builds. But the one thing that makes this build really unfair is not only this Ash of War on the Radahn's bow, but it's also Waves of Darkness. And so I've been going into some lower level invasions for the first time not too long ago, and I've been enjoying them. So my next showcase is going to be this video that's inspired from Iced Estus. When I post those videos, I'll leave the link to their channel in the description. But it's a level 40 build. I call it my Twink or Bully build. It's a Madness shield that's infused with Bleed. So at low levels, you can easily proc Madness and Bleed and just destroy people. It's really fun, but eventually I'll respec and do something else at that level 40. I'll be coming back to that build because I started as a Wretch, so if I want to respec, I can kind of respec to whatever I want. So I don't know what I'll do for the level 40 build after the Madness shield. This is also why Waves of Darkness is good. It seems that I don't really get a lot of kills with other weapons other than Waves of Darkness in this video, and you'll see. But no, level 40 build, that's going to come next, and then afterwards, I'm working on a level 90 Poison and Rot build. Level 90 is fun. I feel like invasions are a little bit more fair in that circumstance. Look at that. At that Ash of War, there's an explosion right there that happens once you slam your sword into the ground, but I was unfortunate to graze past the host, and his Dragon Roar disrupted that part of the L2. So lucky on his part, but I wanted to try doing some Wolf's Assault, Acid War things, but that's okay. Instead, we used the Cannon of Haima. So since I have a lot of intelligence, I have access to spells like Zamora Ice Storm, the Gavel of Haima, and the Cannon of Haima. I don't really have any few spells other than like the Swift Glintstone Shard. It's kind of like a fast projectile if you need to quickly finish someone off. But this is more so like a Spellblade kind of build. This is this dude's name. My character's name is Impudent. I totally forgot what the definition of impudent is, but I'll probably put that in the description. But yeah, no, that was a long invasion, a lot of waiting, so that's why I threw in the advertisement of why you need Waves of Darkness in an intelligence build. But yeah, the Wing of Estelle, love that weapon. I love the free R2 projectile that you get with it. It makes intelligence builds fun, especially if you're doing like Dex int, but this is more so like quality int. So yeah, this is probably the last time I'll be doing like level 168 invasions for a good while until the DLC comes. I know there's a lot of speculation that it might come soon. I don't know when this video will be posted. Maybe it will be out by the time it's posted, but speaking from the beginning of February, like I'm excited to see what that's going to look like in the future for the state of the Elden Ring online community. So yes, Canon of Haima, and then into the Spear Call ritual. Like, I'm being really unfair with this build in some ways. So I don't know, it's just fun. It's fun. Intelligence builds have access to a lot of like unfair things. I mean, obviously you have wizard spells that are really annoying. Like, I refuse to use the whatever that spell that host just used. And we get yet another Waves of Darkness kill. I've seen a lot of Melina cosplays, but I don't think she ever used Madness. I think that's ironic, because when you choose the Frenzy Flame ending, she says that she will find you and kill you. So, sorry Melina, but I gotta do what I gotta do. If I don't obtain the Frenzy Flame, then I can't really get in on some of those Frenzy Flame warming stones. Because you think that some people will use, or like, if you use them and other people haven't obtained the Frenzy Flame, like, they'll get Madness build up inside those warming stones. So, I mean, in the case of like an enemy that I'm going up against uses them, I could just like, you know, join them in their little campfire, their Madness campfire, and just, you know, chill with them. Or, you know, also do things like that. See, there's Canon of Haima, into the Spear Call ritual. So many unfair things in this world. I had coffee not too long ago, so my words are coming out faster than my brain can actually process them. So, yes, that is my coffee ADHD brain, and I cannot go. Well, I could go without coffee. I just choose not to, because coffee. I used to work at a Starbucks for 4 years. I quit at like around the end of 2020, or like halfway through 2022, because it was, like, I don't know. That was the longest job I've ever kept, and I worked at a beach town. I'm not gonna say where, but it was a beach town, and so it was a really nice beach town. So I got to serve a lot of, you know, snotty rich people. I think that job has taught me a lot of patience towards work, and not only that, but towards people as well, because we know how people are. So you gotta give them grace, and you know, I'm grateful for the experience that job has given me. But I drank a lot of coffee, and because of my caffeine addiction, I gotta owe it all to Starbucks. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Like, I hope Starbucks doesn't sue me. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about it, but at the same time, like, I don't know what copyright material, or I don't know how any of that stuff works. So YouTube, just pretend that you didn't hear that. But you'll never guess another Waves of Darkness kill. I feel like that's the only way I just get kills or like eliminations with this build. It's just with Waves of Darkness. Otherwise, it's just either Spirit Call Ritual or the Canon of Haima. I almost said Gavel of Haima again, but I said Canon this time. I keep Carian Retaliation on the Carian Knight Shield because, one, it has good magic defense. Two, you get those little glint blade phalanx things when you properly parry a spell. But it's annoying because sometimes I'll try to use an Ash of War. Oh, there goes that Phantom. Shout out Gravity. I think I might do like a gravity build pretty soon. But no, see, for example, I tried using Waves of Darkness, and instead I used the Carian Retaliation. So I just need to remember to switch to a different shield, like the Twin Kite Bird shield, or the Spiral Horn shield. In this case, I probably should have used a Spiral Horn shield because we have a... I like calling Rivers of Blood Rob, because that's what the acronym for it is, just Rob. See, another Waves of Darkness kill. I don't know how many I get in this video, but I think like the majority of these eliminations are just simply from Waves of Darkness. This build should just be a Waves of Darkness build. Like I should just have like a strength or like an intelligence build, just with all the weapons that can use Waves of Darkness. Just have that Ash of War. You would think that if people were like hard swapping to like other weapons, they would have like different Ashes of War on them. But no, you think you've had enough of my Waves of Darkness? I will wave on your darkness till you get sent to oblivion or whatever. So if it was not for this fellow red, I would have lost this invasion. And the thing is, I invaded these guys twice more after this, and I didn't have the assistance of a red. And these guys had really the Phantom didn't really have a toxic build, but it was definitely the host who did not make those other two invasions fun, because it was like a arcane madness casting little thing. I had a build like that at level 200, but there is zero activity at level 200, and I would have to wait like 5 to 10 minutes just to queue into an invasion. So I was just like, you know what, I'm deleting this build. It was fun while it lasted. So I do definitely want to do a casting build. I'll probably start with like either just like a full wizard or like a lightning caster. We'll see what comes first. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. I definitely want to get through the Madness Shield guy, and then the poison build at level 90. But yeah, no, if it wasn't for this host, like it would be a lot easier, and I wouldn't have died those other 2 times I invaded these guys. But his build with when you have high arcane and use things like the Ripple Crescent Halberd and the axe, and if you put sleep grease on it, the arcane stat increases the build up based on whatever like grease or whatever you put on to the Ripple Crescent weapon. So since I invaded these guys twice more solo, they just put me to sleep and then used like Oak Flame or just deleted me. So eventually I blocked them, because I'm not gonna just like invade them over and over again just to die to stupid reasons like that. So like I said, if it was not for the help of this red, then I would have lost. So the reason why I put Glintblade Phalanx on the Godskin Stitcher is that since I'm using it as a chase down weapon, because that has a really good running R2, I'll just use the Ash of War and spawn those little Phalanx blades. That way it provides like more pressure to the formula of like, you know, trying to chase people down. Because if you can't get the running R2 on them, at least maybe the Glintblade things can stun them and then follow into the R2, but it's just like more pressure to it. So shout out that red, thank you for the help. Screw that host and that Phantom for just ganking with stupid means like that. So I don't give into that. But yeah, I know in my Pyro Spellblade build I said that I'm trying to work on like the arc or like the projectiles of like the what's it called? The big fireball thing. I forgot the spell or the incantation name, but same with the Cannon of Haima. I don't really know how to arc it that well. So I'm not the best when it comes to projectiles. But yeah, there goes Toji. I remember like a few weeks prior to this invasion, I was like doing some Coliseum duels, and I ran into this guy like a few times in one session. So it was cool to see him in an invasion again. I don't know I don't know if that's like a cosplay build or if he's just a character named Toji that has no armor and dies really easily. But I should have waited for him to use his Flame Grant Me Strength and then go for the kill, but that Misbegotten was a little too angry towards Toji, so I kind of just had to... I just go with vibes, you know? I just kind of go with the vibes. It's funny, I was, like, looking at some builds or, like, some invasion videos earlier today. There's, like, some YouTubers who really get down to the science of, like, all the PvP mechanics, and I'm just like, dude, that is so overcomplicated. Like, why does it need to be that complicated? Why do the why does every, like, for example, poise damage or, like, hyper armor frames or things like that, why does it all matter? Just, like, it doesn't need to be that mechanical. Like, I just run off of vibes. Like, if we have any people that just run off of vibes rather than trying to be so mechanic with PvP, like, comment vibes down below. But yeah, stupid for them to just completely forget about the Misbegotten. The Misbegotten was forgotten, so I just wanted to give a simple hey to that Misbegotten, to let the Misbegotten know you were not forgotten. That was a lot of gottens. Yeah, so that's the rest of the video besides this one invasion. Level up your health. This is just a reminder to level up your health. I thought this was just funny to include at the end because there's just so many things that people fail to do when it comes to playing the game correctly in PvP. Like, I don't know why people continue to, you know, invade or, like, duel others when they have, like, 900 health. Like, do they just go, oh, better luck next time? They don't think to themselves, like, hey, I'm going to level up my health, because I think that is probably the best decision to do. I'm going to respec, but no. This is a reminder not only to level up your Vigor points, but not to... yeah, no, that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's the rest of the video. I'll leave the stats in the description, and expect more build videos soon. And thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy with whatever you're going to do after you're done watching this video. And be good to yourselves. I love you, and peace.